fragrance community. This is Rise Frags 34. Yes, Creed Royal Mayfair. Just going to be a real quick take. There's a few really good reviews out there, a little bit more detailed than this one, but I just wanted to give you a few minute quick take on it. Just came out, of course. This is supposedly the remake or the re-release of Windsor, which was the last release of that was 2010, I believe. That's when the batch was actually the batch. You know, the codes and numbers were 2010. They did release it a couple years ago in the little, the little 50 mil atomizers from Creed, which I did. I was very lucky to get my hands on one. Those things sold out within a couple of days. There was people, calling and getting orders and stuff. So, but Royal Mayfair is here. Excellent fragrance. I really do love it. There are differences between the two. I'll get into that real quick. This you can obviously tell too just by the juice. It's a little bit lighter, and that's what I've been hearing, and that's what I feel too. It's just a little fresher. I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't. Kenneth Edward. I wanted to kind of give a shout out to him as well. He did the decant for this as well before I actually got my bottle. So thank you so much too to all the splitters out there. You guys really give us the opportunity to test out frags, or just to get them too without spending an arm and a leg on the full bottle. So it's great, and appreciate all your hard work out there. But me and him kind of discussed it a little bit too. It's with Windsor you get more, and even Sebastian said it too, you get a little bit more of a it's a little bit darker, a little more. I would consider that like the extreme version of this. So which we get like this little more musky, which is good. It's a good musk. It's not like an old terrible musk, but it's just more deeper. You get a little bit more rose. The pine is more strong. The cedar, I'm sorry, not pine, but the cedar is a little bit more strong. So I believe that this is just and again, ingredients, and obviously Windsor's from 5 years ago, so they have the same notes, which real quick going down the notes is British gin, Jamaican lime, and a touch of Scottish Highland pine. Fragrance, Duke of Windsor roses is your middle, and then your base notes is Bahamian orange, Canadian cedar, and Australian eucalyptus. So again, this does have the same vibe, of course, as Windsor, but it's going to be, like I said, it just has a little bit of a fresher side to it. I think this is a little bit more wearable, which they're both very, very wearable. Don't get me wrong. They're you could do an upscale with this. You could do just a nice white t-shirt with some shorts and some sandals. It's just a very, very great fragrance. So I have no complaints with this one at all. Windsor actually lasts me probably a couple hours longer. This has given me, truthfully, I mean, Max 40, he says 10 plus hours. I'm getting around like 7 to 8 maybe, and I usually have pretty good skin. So, but again, you do get those whiffs of it after the 10-hour mark too. So, but it kind of really becomes a close skin scent, almost gone after 7 to 8 hours on me. So, but again, very, very great fragrance. Just a little bit lighter than actual Windsor. Like I said, I get a little bit more rose, a little more musk, and then that you get that cedar, a little more cedar comes out in the Windsor. And again, like I was saying before with the ingredients and stuff. Obviously, it's from 5 years ago, so there's almost 5.5 years ago. So it's the same notes, of course, but they might be from a little bit different area, or so again, batches are always going to be different, like the Z01 batch versus this year's batch, or with Aventus, it's just going to be a little different. That's what Lewis was telling me too from Creed, where you get so much ingredients from one batch, and then same ingredient but different from different sources and stuff. So but not too much to go into that, but very pricey fragrance. The 4 ounce is going to run you about $475, so it is a little pricey, but it's very good ingredients too, and you'll really love it. It's just an excellent fragrance, and it's truthfully a one of a kind. This in Windsor there's really nothing out there like it, which is really nice. That eucalyptus is it's amazing. So it's a little bit medicinal in the beginning, but that dies down after 15-20 minutes, and it just becomes this awesome rose cedar, just beautiful fragrance too. Get a little bit of lime in there, but not much. So, but there's my quick take on it. Like I said, you can wear this really anytime. It really shines in the summer. I've been wearing the heck out of it this summer. So you know, these last couple weeks, and it really really works well, and is really projects really well too for the first few hours, which is good. Longevity isn't beast by all means, but the projection is really well for the first few hours. So, but this is Royal Mayfair. Like I said, sprayers are pretty cool. This is the first bottle that I have with this kind of sprayer. So it really distributes nice. It's a little thicker too, like a little wider, which is really nice. The caps fit on really good. They kind of do that snap now. So I like the bottles, of course. Creed always, they never shortcut with their bottles and all that. So very nice. Again, thank you guys for splitting these things. You know, there's very, very expensive fragrances out there that people just don't want to splurge on, and I can totally understand that. So you save a lot of money by splitting, and this will even last quite a long time too. So it's you know, it's nice for those guys to do that for us. But thank you so much. Like I said, this is just a quick take. This isn't a huge review or anything. Max Forte, you did an awesome job on your review. Drakdoc, Cody, awesome review. Sebastian, thanks for doing the differences between the Windsor. You know, I strongly agree with you as well on both of those. You know, with the darker juice from the Windsor, just a little bit deeper, I think. You know, and it does have kind of like that aged, you know, not like a bad aged, a good aged, you know, fragrance to it. And I really, really love Windsor. So there's still a bit of a difference out there. So you guys with Windsor, and you know, collectors like me with Windsor, we're gonna be happy. You know, this is a little bit different than Windsor. So, but thanks again, community. And people who watch, I love you guys. Thank you so much for always supporting me and my channel. Hit 3,000 subscribers. I don't know how, but I did. So thank you so much. And I will be doing a giveaway soon with my next video. I haven't done one. I apologize. So many of you guys are doing it, and it's so great that the community that you guys do it. So I'm going to give away a pretty nice giveaway for you guys, just for my subscribers and everyone who watches and likes and you know, and talks, you know, fragrances and everything. So, and also Facebook, if you haven't visited my my group, it's Rise Frags 34 Frag Talk. I'd love you guys to visit. A lot of great people, and again, I'm learning so much still, and it's just fun to see Scent of the Days and really having a great time with all this. So, but thanks again. I'll talk to you guys soon.